Barakah Halayim La Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahusha Ba'ashem Kakadash. This is Matazak coming at you with another lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who are pushing this work with 100% truth and accuracy. Peace and blessings to you, hopeful elect out there. To you all, I'd like to say Shalom. This lesson is gonna be it's gonna be pretty straightforward, straight to the point, but somewhat not so much. And yeah, everybody's getting tired of you, Esau. Everybody's getting tired of you. It ain't just the Israelites. Everybody's getting tired of you. But, you know, you're gonna keep doing what you're doing all the way to your last drop. You're gonna keep corrupting everybody. You're gonna keep pissing off everybody. Until everybody just say, okay, time to get rid of you. Now, before I begin this video, I like to say fair use, fair use. The content I'm about to use, it's not being used for monetary purposes, but educational purposes only. I'm not using this for any type of money gain or profit through YouTube. Please and thank you. This is for educational purposes only. Continuing on, these faces you see on the screen, I don't really think they're what this world call Asians. I think they're actually Israelites. I could be wrong, but the way they're acting and the way they're talking, the way their spirits are, I believe they're actually speckled birds among Israel. Israelites that look like so-called Asians. Biblical terms, their nationalities are Moab or Ammon, or Moabites or Ammonites. The Ammonites being the Japanese and the Moabites being the Chinese. But yeah, I don't really think these guys are. I don't think their fathers were of these nationalities, but were mingled among them. So I believe some of these Asians may be Israelites. And you'll see what I mean by through this video. Like the one in the hoodie, his actions alone show he or she is an Israelite. But let me go on with the video. We're gonna chop it up as we go.
When you become pro-Asian enough, you start listening to Black people and become pro-Black as well. I'm not talking about individual Asian advancement where you play pick-me to white people, cater to them, make yourself smaller for them, maybe marry one of them, and then move up in society that way. No, that's not what I'm talking about. When you're interested in the liberation of the Asian American collective and in Asians around the world freeing themselves, and specifically to Asian Americans because we are a relatively new ethnic group in America, you realize that
and let me repeat myself again. Fair use, fair use, fair use. I am not using this for monetary purposes. This is for educational purposes only.
Black Americans have been liberating themselves for as long as they have been here, for over 400 years. You look at the way that they ostracize the pick-me's in their community, the Candace Owens, you can see what happened with Onyeka, the Danish deception girl. Black people, and specifically Black women, did not let them off the hook. Candace Owens can no longer go to Black people for any kind of support or help because as a collective, they have disowned her. Why are Asians not doing more of that? Look at the way that Black people have created their own spaces, created their own communities throughout American history. Even when white people have gone and tried to destroy them, they have managed to create their own culture, their own.
That's what Esau do. If they can't get the upper hand on something, they plot, they do evil things, they try to creep in and take what you got. They've been doing it all throughout history since they since their existence. They are a jealous hearted, evil race.
Language. They're protective of those spaces. They embrace their ethnic features and hair texture instead of just doing whatever Karen is doing. And this, I'm talking generally. I'm not saying that every Black American is like this. I'm saying that a lot of them are, and that the general sentiment that I get from that community is that they are proud to be who they are. So if you're Asian and you're thinking, I want to be able to wear my qipao to school, I don't like it when people gentrify my food after making fun of it my entire childhood. I don't like being fetishized, and I will not marry someone who does that to me. When you start thinking this way, you just look right on over to Black people, and they've already had those thoughts. They've already done the same thing. You just do it in your own Asian flavor. And this doesn't even get into the fact that our liberation is all tangled up in each other. Like, all the minorities in the US and in the world, overthrowing white supremacy is like a collective effort. And Black people have been telling us this since we got here. I'm just hoping that if I say it, then maybe you will listen. When you become pro-Asian,
I'm mad at Asian Americans
because just because you say it don't mean people are gonna listen. These people are dumb as they dumb as shit. Like, these people, you have all these prophets out here, all the prophets in the world currently today saying the same thing. You really think they're gonna listen to you if they're not even listening to us? You really think they're gonna listen to you and they're not even listening to us? Like, these people are so whitewashed, drained, rinsed and repeat. They're not about to listen to you. You just one out of billions. Esau Edom got this place locked down so bad. Like, it's just bad. Now, what that so-called Asian lady was just talking about on the screen, how we are strong, how we create our own stuff, how everybody want to be like us, how Esau Edom, so-called white man, keep constantly getting involved with us and being treacherous and trying to destroy our community and kill us. Yeah, that's us. We are those people. We are the people that everybody want to be like. We are the salt of the earth. And I believe that's Genesis 25. Oh, no. That's that's Matthew. My bad. Matthew 5 and 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt hath lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden down under the foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that's set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth life unto all that are in the house. Let your light shine, so let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. But yeah, we are this light in the world to these nations. We are the salt of the earth because we can dance, we can sing, and if one of us can't really sing, we can dance. If one of us can't dance, we can sing. If we can't do any of those, we can do something else that's extraordinary. We always can do something. Like, literally, our people have extraordinary gifts. We can do something that's extraordinary in the eyes of the heathen, in the eyes of Esau. We got gifts. We put flavor to everything. And I mean everything, the food you eat, we put flavor to that. The drinks you drink, we put flavor to that. The music you listen to, we put flavor to that. The dance styles you see all over, we put flavor to that. We created those. We created your housing, or we created your a lot of y'all cultures came from us, literally. We taught a lot of y'all, especially Esau Edom, y'all ways of life. A lot of y'all stuff came from so-called black men and women. A lot of things came from the Israelites. We are the light to you people, and you people are treacherous towards us. And Esau Edom don't like that. He want to be the dime, the cream of the crop. He want to be the one, the light of the world, the salt of the earth. When he don't have no type of salt, no type of flavor, he's stale, he's boring, and he just wants to take everything. He hasn't really created anything. He hasn't done anything. He steals everything. He's the creator of lies. He's the he's the first murderer. That man is all about violence, treachery, thievery, and deception. Like he's a plague to this planet. And now that Genesis I pulled up before this, this is why no matter how many times Esau plots against us and break down the things that we do, we always gonna come back through Yahweh Shai. Why? Because we are the stronger twin. We are the stronger nation. Esau is our twin brother. The Edomites are our twin brother and sister. The evil twin, the doppelganger. No matter how much they try to break us down, we have everything. We have the salt, the pepper, the lemon, the juice. They just dirt. The dirt without flavor. We took all of it. We took the pigment. We took everything from them. And they're mad about it. We took all the blessing. And they're mad about it. And everybody, they know they time is up. They losing their blessing. Their time of rulership is coming to an end, and they know it. That's why they doing this. They doing all they can to prevent us from climbing on top and becoming the rulers, the true rulers of the Garden of Eden, the true rulers of Eden, which is Earth, the paradise. Because this place was a paradise before Esau Edom took over it and polluted this place. We are the stronger half of the twinhood. And the proof is right here in the pudding in Genesis 25. And I'm going to start at 24. Or you know what? I'm going to start at 23. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and the manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the other shall serve the younger. Right? One of the two is stronger than the other. Guess who's stronger than the other? Jacob. Jacob is stronger than Esau. got a stronger pigment, resistant to the sun, constantly more physically stronger. They DNA is stronger. It doesn't break down easy because they've been trying to poison us for the longest. They've been trying to poison us with all types of food, modified genetic foods and chemtrails and all types of madness. They've been and all these diseases. We still living. But when their people get exposed to it, they drop like flies. Like literally. They can't take it. And not only that, we mentally stronger too, because no matter how much we've been through, our people somehow found a way to keep pushing forward. We mentally just got through it. When Esau get in some type of damnable crazy situation, you know what he do? He off everybody around him, and he off himself. He's a crazy person. He can't take it. He becomes suicidal when he can't get his way, and he can't get things. But our people, you know, might get high or drunk, but snap out of it and be like, okay, I gotta go do this. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep doing this. But we gonna find a solution. That's what our people do. That's why we was able to build cities, even though Esau come up behind and destroy it and burn it down or flood it. He did a lot of cities like that. Came in, bulldozed all the houses down, flooded the cities, built bridges and freeways over it. Yeah, Esau, that was you. You Edomites did that. You white man did that. You came to other people's neighborhoods and you just massacred thousands upon thousands and millions upon millions just for you can put up you a little highway and a bridge and an infrastructure and a little city of your own. Why? Because you people are the wicked. And you're gonna pay for it. You people think you're not. You people think you're gonna get away. You people think you're gonna succeed in your plans. You not. And when you find out that you can't succeed, when you find out Yahweh Shai is really actually true in existence, and he's actually in front of you, about to claim you as his slave, because he's going to come back and he's going to put all you people in chains. That's when you're going to realize you shouldn't have been doing all those things throughout history. All of you people. And it's going to be too late. It's already too late. You all have done the damage. It doesn't matter if you the rich elite, that 1%, or just an average Edomite. It don't matter. You all had your hands in filthy wickedness. You had some type of shape or form of oppressing Israel throughout history. Your people are not wanted. Your people have to go. You Edomites have to go. No one likes you. No one. And your other nations are slowly but surely finding that out. They're like, these people, why do they exist? They do nothing but cause havoc. They kill everybody. They rape everybody. They steal from everybody. They lie to everybody. Who wants these people around? Well, every time they come around, somebody's going to die. Somebody's getting robbed. There's a problem. Nobody wants you around. Esau, nobody wants you around. And this is why you're in a predicament you're in right now. Because nobody wants you around. Everybody's trying to get rid of you. And pretty soon, you're going to get rid of. And you're scared of that because you know that nobody likes you. You small hats over there. Them people are everybody looking at you. And everybody know the situation. Cause we the prophets are telling you to your face. And everybody can hear us. You're about to get your just desserts for deceiving all the people and killing all the Israelites around the world. You're oppressing everybody. Then you sit up here and you lie. You literally sit up here and you lie. Then you take all the tax money from the United States and you send it to that land over there. Like nobody know. You're oppressing everybody. You're killing everybody. And now everybody's looking at you like, okay, yeah, we know the true culprit, the true culprits of all the evil that's going on. Yeah, everybody's looking at you. But when Yahushua come back, he's going to deal with you. He's going to deal with all you Edomites. This coming war is going to flush you out of our land. It's going to flush all of you out of our land. And Esau, run as you may. Run as much as you like. All of you at the end of the day are going to be in chains. Y'all can't run. You can't run from Yahushua when he returns. We're going to be able to flush you out. We're going to be able to find you wherever you go. You are on our property. Literally.
I'm mad at Asian Americans because why are we so smart but so silent? What's with the silence? I suspect that if we opened our mouths, we would side with black people and other brown people as the real American heroes. Yeah, we're brown, not white. But this would disrupt the white supremacy brainwash we're caught in. And deep down, we hate ourselves for siding with whiteness. We know they're wrong. Our silence is the sound of us hating ourselves. But that's the Squid Game trap that they set for us, an Asian American matrix that messes with our reality. And it's all based on hating black people. You know, the ones we're all secretly trying to copy, even the white people's. White supremacy isn't
that we're all secretly trying to copy the white peoples. The white peoples. These people aren't white. If you look at these people, where do you see white? If you put a white shirt, a white piece of paper, hell, if you look up at the clouds and look at them, you don't see no white. You see pink reddish. You see they flush skin. They are not white people. They are reddish. All the blood, you can see all the blood in their pigment. These people are not white. It's a lie. White is the image of good, of purity. No, these people are wicked. They're filthy rags. They are filth. You're base filth. That's what you are. And everybody is starting to realize that.
smart, but it's tricky like that. Do you like being tricked? I don't know any Asians who put up with that. We gotta decolonize ourselves and find Asian joy. Therein lies our voice.
You know what really stood out to me in those videos? It wasn't anger. It wasn't honesty. You have two Asian women openly saying that when you truly start thinking about liberation, identity, and self-respect as an Asian person in America, you naturally start to understand and respect what Black Americans have been doing for centuries. They didn't say that Black people are perfect. They didn't say that Asians are the problem. What they said is simple but powerful. If you are tired of being made to
I don't know. I don't know about this dude. I don't know if he is Israelite. But let's continue. He may be. I don't know.
feel small, if you are tired of your culture being mocked, if you are tired of being pressured to fit into the whiteness, then look at how Black Americans have fought and still fighting until today. And I think there is a very important starting point, not just for Asians, not for Black people, but for all of us who come from communities that have been silenced, erased, and divided. So as we go into the rest of the video, I want us to listen, to break it down and understand what's really being said here. I'm not here to take sides or attack anyone. I want us to listen, to break it down and understand what's really being said here and why it matters.
Alright, I'll bite.
He's being found out. Like, everybody's looking at Esau. Everybody's looking at him like, why are you like this? Like, my God, like, what's wrong with you? And that's the question to you, you Edomites out there. You small hats. Why are you like this? Well, I mean, we know why. We man of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. We know why you like this. But the question is, why are you like this? Why are you people like this? That's what everybody's saying. Like, everybody's signing the back of their head. Why are you like this? What's wrong with you? Why are you crazy? Like, why are you a psychopath? What's wrong with you people? Nobody likes you. It's evident now.
Black and Asian solidarity isn't just something that I want, it's something that has lasted for generations. Now, I'm not going to deny that there have been instances of tension between the Black and Asian community. There have been individuals in each of our communities that have caused harm onto one another. At the same time, and most importantly, by and large, both communities want to work together and build towards a better future. And let's take a look at history. The abolishment of the Chinese Exclusion Act was largely due to Black civil rights leaders advocating for it, which led to the passing of the Hart-Celler Act in 1965. And there have been leaders such as Yuri Kochiyama and Grace Lee Boggs who have stood side by side with the Black community fighting for the liberation of Black people. And for years, Japanese American leaders have used reparations given to Japanese Americans after Japanese internment as justification for why the Black community should also receive reparations. So yeah, like any community and people, we have differences.
Now that, forget that reparation. Our reparations is to reclaim what is ours. That is our reparation. Or reclaim all is ours. Because all this is our property, basically. Esau Edom is just trying to steal everything. Literally. This is our paradise. But hey.
But there's a hell of a lot more love.
Why is this? Why do they think they're white?
Okay, I wish I could stitch that video, but basically that person is asking, this person wants to know why so many Korean Americans try so hard to be white. Or in other words, why do so many Korean Americans try so desperately hard to be accepted by white people, and why do we think that we will benefit from white supremacy? And the answer is US imperialism. It's always US imperialism.
Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Esau Edom whitewashed everything. He whitewashed the saints to make it to his image. He whitewashed the Savior, who they call Jesus Christ, and that's not his name. His name is Yahweh Shai. They whitewashed the face of Yahweh. They whitewashed you people, you other nations. When King Alexander, when he was around, it's their king. But I'm just gonna be respectful, you know. When he was around, he died and his generals went rampant. And they went wild. Going for conquering everywhere. And during that time, Edomites was having a lot of fun with a lot of women. And they began whitewashing everybody. The people that were dark, they became very pigment red, like bright pigment. like what you see Esau is today. They became very, very, very white pigment. Let's see. People aren't, bright skinned for no reason. I mean, it's some very fine white, so-called white skinned people. They don't have to be Edomites, but it's some fine bright skinned people. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm looking for the image. Oh yeah, here's a few right here. Boom. This is how they looked back then. See, back then we were our people were beautiful back then with dark skin. But yeah. Then they started getting brighter. See the big difference? Darkest, and then they started getting that color. Why? Because Esau Edom started messing around. And they started getting like that. So that's what you get. That's why you see so many yeah. You see all these very bright skinned not Edomites. You see all these bright skinned Moabites and Ammonites. And let's continue with the video. I was just showing you proof that, oh, and one more thing. I'm gonna continue. You continue. Oh, come on.
Particularly migration pathways that were carved out by military occupation. So let me explain. When I was really young, my mom used to always tell me, oh, if you go to Korea, if you live in Korea, people there are going to hate you. And I remember that confusing me so much as a kid because why? Why would they hate me without knowing me? And so I tried to, press her for an answer, and she would just say, oh, it's for no reason. They're just jealous that you get to live in the U.S. Flash forward, when I'm in school or college and I'm taking Asian American Studies courses, classes in critical race studies, and I'm like, oh, I get it now. A lot of us already know the U.S. is not this benevolent country that takes care of its citizens, let alone immigrants, indigenous people, even its own veterans. And abroad, the U.S. terrorizes the global south through military occupation and other means, which includes Korea. You don't ever hear about or see Korean people in Korea protesting U.S. occupation, but it's there. And there's still this dream or hope of both Koreas one day reuniting or being reunified. Very generally speaking, more recent Korean immigration into the U.S., or maybe I should say from the 1970s onwards, these are people who have the means to. They have the money, the capital, the resources, the social connections, and maybe even more importantly, they want to come and live here. So are the people who resent the U.S. for imposing themselves into the homeland, dividing the nation into two, and in the process separating families forever, are they going to want to uproot their lives to live in the country responsible for that pain and suffering and ultimately this loss of self-determination? Or are the people who sympathize with the U.S. and view the country as this welcoming, benevolent nation, as the saviors almost for coming into the war, are they going to be the ones to want to move and live here? The people that immigrated are probably people who sympathized with U.S. involvement in the war and who also subscribed to the idea of the American dream. And generally speaking, tended to be of the ruling class, and they get here, they either become disillusioned by it, the American dream, and start to
More like the American nightmare. That's yeah, it's an American nightmare. It was never a dream. Yeah, it was a dream that became an illusion. Hey, the people fell for the okie doke. This shit have always been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare for Israel for the longest. Why? Because our people were already over here. It's just that menace came over here and did us dirty. It's always been a nightmare.
question the ideas they've been told, or they hang on to it even tighter, and blame other groups of people, other groups of marginalized people, for not being able to self-actualize this dream. This is just coming from my experience, observations, things that I've learned as a Korean American who has family members on both ends of the political spectrum. But, and again, I'm simplifying things a lot, but I also think that
I've been seeing a lot more content about Black and Asian solidarity, so...
This is the one I was talking about. That's obviously an Israelite. Like, it's no way around it.
I wanted to share my story. Before I was embraced by Asian folks, I found a sense of belonging in the Black community first. It's where I learned about brotherhood and camaraderie, and also how to rap. And even now, as someone who's unapologetically Asian as fuck, my love and respect remains the same. Because honestly, if the Black community in Atlanta didn't support me and encourage me to rap when I was a teen, I probably wouldn't be an artist right now. By the way, these type of cultural exchanges have been happening way before me, and it's more common than you think. So don't let social media make you think we're all against each other.
Asian people in the US are so weird at liking white people more than their own people.
Think of it like this. When COVID hit, remember all the anti-Asian rhetoric that was going around America? Now imagine that energy stretched over a lifetime. Growing up, I'd hear that Asian men are not attractive, we only know how to do math, we can't drive, we have the funny accents, the slanty eyes. It's really hard, given all of that, to grow up as an Asian man in America and be proud of who you are. Now imagine coming home and the people in your house are Asian parents who don't express their emotions, who lay hands on you, who don't ever apologize, who make you feel less than for not wanting to be a doctor or engineer. Mine also called me stupid. Oh, you'll never get into this school. You'll never do this. Look at my friend's son and what he's doing. And so when both your indoor and outdoor environments make you question your self-worth, of course you're going to try and be someone else. I think that's human nature. And in America, what group do you look towards? White people. They are the heroes in all the movies. They're on all the magazines. It is very easy to put them on a pedestal, which I did.
Any plain simpler? These people whitewash everything. They trying to put themselves in the light as the people of good, like as the superior. These people whitewash everything. The movies, like he just said it on the screen. They put themselves in everything and everything they're not even involved in. Like literally, like they claim everything. Even shit that they're not even capable of doing. Like, bro. Like, these people are wicked. They try to take all the fame, all the acknowledgement, and they had no hand or foot or finger in it. Like, bro, like, these people are just wicked, bro. Like,
admittedly. And my story isn't unique. Now, these days, I am proud of who I am and my heritage and my facial structure. But it took a long time and a lot of personal growth and a lot of help from cultural phenomena like K-pop. There is so much more to say about this topic, like, for example, how a lot of Asian Americans don't feel connected to their extended families because they're not Asian enough, or how I in college saw up close white people with their close families and how that impacted me. But I want to keep it short. I hope this helps you and other Asians who didn't grow up in America understand us better.
So, unlike this platform, on Threads, you can kind of tell who I am, especially if you click on my profile picture, but it's not super obvious. And earlier today, I made a post, text only, saying, in addition to being a first class athlete, Taylor Townsend is part of one of the most educated demographics in the United States. That other one is just a sore loser. And a commenter, a white guy, came back with Taylor Townsend is an Asian. So how about you run those statistics again with master's degrees and doctorate degrees? And you know I'm not going to stand for that. So I came back with, as an Asian American, how about I run statistics for bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and doctorate degrees on your demographic? And his response was deleted so fast. But it's not the first time on Threads that a white commenter has started to argue with me in a way that makes it clear that they assume I'm black. And that's always a reminder to me how comfortable they are in the assumption that the only people who support black people are black people, and at how comfortably they reach for Asian American identity to weaponize against black Americans. And part of me feels like if you're a white person who's going to pull that garbage,
Jeremiah 50:33. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. We're all oppressed. Like, Esau is using any type of weaponry, any type of material, any type of people to oppress us. He brainwashed all these people just to keep us down. He made a confederacy. He plotted with them just to keep us down. This man is nothing of light. He's no good. And then he has to go. Now, this is a better breakdown for that, but I just wanted to point that out, you know. Like
garbage, then stand 10 toes down on it. Don't be a coward and delete it when you're called out. On the other hand, part of me is glad that commenter knew well enough to be deeply embarrassed that he had to try to use the education levels of Asian Americans to challenge the education levels of black women, because his demographic is too mediocre to even enter the conversation.
Y'all want to know something that nobody's ready for in 2025?
And here's another one. This one is obviously just by the way the person is just talking, like,
except for those who already seem to fucking know it. Black people, they are the aboriginals of every continent. Dark-skinned people are the aboriginals of every continent. Native Americans migrated over the ice bridge from Siberia, that would be Asia, and became what we now know as Native Americans. Yes, they lived off the land. Yes, they knew how to give back to it, so therefore they should be considered indigenous. But the people who were on that land before them and the ice bridge even formed were black people. Black people also built pyramids on every continent. That's why there are pyramids on every continent. The Buddha was a dark-skinned man. The Chinese, we have a lot of trouble denying that we come from melanin. We do. We've tried. We have not succeeded. The difference between us and every other group is that we can admit to the fact that we came from melanin. Why can't everybody else?
And what this person's talking about is actually in the Bible. It's proof in the Bible that the Asians, Moab and Ammon, were dark-skinned people. Because these two nations came from Lot through a particular situation that happened in the Bible. It's Genesis 19. I'm starting at 30, and I'm going to go through it. And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelled in the mountain. And this all took place after Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed. When Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed, this all took place after that, because all the Sodomites were doing things, and Yahweh didn't like that. He burned it. I'm continue on. Genesis 19:30. And Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelled in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. Verse 32, Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. So they got him, twisted, and they did the thing with him. And they made their father drink wine that night. And the firstborn went in, the firstborn daughter, she had a little fun with her father, if you can read between the lines, and lay with her father. Say it right there. And verse 33, and they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not, because he was drunk. He wasn't there. He was like, and that's what the drink do to you. And he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesterday with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go in and go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And we may preserve seed of our father. What is the seed of a man? Let that sink in. Verse 35. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Verse 36. Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. Let that sink in. And the firstborn bore a son, and called his name Moab, which today are the Chinese. That's the forefather of the Chinese. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. Verse 38, the younger, she also bare a son, and called his name Benani, Ben-Ami. And the first is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day, and that's the Japanese. That's why they look, that's why out of all the people on earth, they look so alike, because they are of incest. They are the children of incest. They have deformities from their incest. That's why they look so different. They have the slanted eyes, the different eyebrows and feature. Everybody on the earth look somewhat similar, but this particular group of people, 2 nations, look different from everybody else. And now you know why. They came from a dark-skinned man, a dark-skinned women who are the child of the dark-skinned man. They came from them. They came out different because of incest. But yeah. And they know their history. Some of these Ammonites and these Moabites, they remember their heritage, where they came from. They know why they look the way they look. But over time, they people mingle with so many races. It's like the ancestors just don't matter no more. But this is why some of the features develop over time and it became different. And going back to that I don't even got the image up no more, but the image I had earlier shows that they were very dark skinned back in the early ages. But when Esau came around and he started going about and messing with everybody, he started brightening up everybody's skin. Everybody's skin started becoming pale like his. Yep. So there it is. Now you know why the Asians.
It's not erasure to say that black people were the aboriginals of every country. We're not saying you didn't exist. We're saying you came after. What's so hard to understand? Just like me saying that Koreans came from China. It's not me saying that they don't have their own culture. That's how all of these Korean nationalists took it in my comments. Oh, you're saying we don't have our own culture or genetic identity? No, I'm saying that culture and genetic identity came from us. If you are not tapped in, and you don't talk to marginalized groups, and haven't spent any time with them, y'all gonna be offended by what I'm saying. Some of y'all only research your own identity, and that's it. And that's the only content you make besides your matcha. So, I don't care who I have to lose, what followers. I already warned people when I got the big video, right, that I'm not the nice Asian. You're gonna find a reason to dislike me. This may be one of them. Trying to be seen keeps us from opening our eyes. Black people were here first. Black people were here first. Black people were here first. And whoever that pisses off needs to leave my channel, needs to block me. All the above. Koreans, their genetics, their culture came from the Chinese. From what is now known as China. And where did the Chinese come from? Black people. And if y'all are upset with any of this information, go away!
Why do Asian people hate being asked, where are you from?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. See that? See this collective, it's because we've all had that question. Where am I from? Is the answer Los Angeles good enough? No.
Never.
Where are you really from? Like, do you want to know which suburb of Los Angeles? Is that what you mean? No. Like, where are you really from? Dude, just ask me, what is my ethnicity, if you really want to know? But it annoys me.
But it's the why.
Why?
Why do you need
Why
to
is
know?
it important? You know why it's important? Because you want...
Y'all know who they talking about, right? I don't even have to. I mean, it's a few people that's outside of Esau, Edom that ask that question, but Esau is the one that's always oppressing and asking dumbass questions, bro. Dumbass, unnecessary questions. Dumbass, ignorant questions. Just to oppress because he thinks he's inferior. Because she thinks she's inferior to them. Like, bro. These people know nobody... I said this so many times throughout this video. Nobody likes you, Esau. Nobody. It's becoming evident. Like, nobody likes you. Like, we're tired. Everybody's getting tired of you. Listen to these so-called Asians. You can hear it in their voice. You can hear it in the bowels of their voice, their spirit. Like, it's like...
tell me how much you love K-pop, because you want to tell me 안녕하세요, because you want to be able to say something. And I understand it's not to say that people aren't just genuinely interested in you or like want.
Who does that? Who smiles in your face? Oh, I'm not racist. I got black friends. I eat soul food. I listen to your music. Smiley face. I'm not black. I got black friends. I'm not. I don't hate you. I have black friends. Be my friend. Who that sound like? What they're describing right now. Who that sound like? It ain't us. It ain't us. We don't. We go straight to the point. No, they gotta be around a bush. They gotta get self-approval. They gotta deceive to get around who they're trying to get around.
Get to know you.
1%.
But I feel like if somebody genuinely wants to get to know you, these things will come out in conversation anyway. I don't know any Korean person that in the first maybe 10 sentences doesn't proclaim, oh, I'm Korean. Let me take you to my favorite Korean restaurant or whatever. If it comes up in conversation, don't worry. Like, we'll tell you, you'll know. And we'll probably volunteer it if you give us enough time. I mean, and when I say enough time, like 3 minutes, maybe. Like, that's all I need. I'll tell you.
But I'm gonna end it off right here. It's pretty evident, like, bruh, like, everybody's getting tired of Esau Edoms. Everybody getting tired of you so-called white people. Because you're not white people. You're red people. You're not white. You're red. You're pink red. You're not white. There's nothing white about you. Like, literally. Like, you just do the most ignorant things. But you complain. Everybody's getting tired of you. And everybody's seeing through your bullshit now. Nobody wants you around no more. Because you just been causing problems throughout the earth. All day, every day. And then everybody's just like, man, what should we do about this guy? Because you're just trash. That's all you are. You're just trash. You haven't created anything. Only thing you created was violence and mayhem. And treachery. That's all you created. Nobody wants that. And there are Israelites mingling amongst you people. So I'm not saying all so-called white people, because there are Israelites who look like so-called white people. But the ones that ain't, you know who you are. And with that being said, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel who are out there pushing this work with truth and sincerity, who are patiently waiting on our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, to get us out of this man's kingdom, because we're all tired of this man. To you all, I like to say shalom.